Alright, so we're going to be learning YouIDraw. It's a web-based program, so what you want to do is just go ahead and open your browser and type YouIDraw.com. Now it'll bring you to this screen. So this program, there is a sign up, but it's not really that big of a deal because you only need you just need an email account or a Facebook account. So once you logged in, or once you get to the website, you can just click on one of these three. We have a drawing app, a logo creator, and painting program. We're just going to be using the logo creator today, but if you were to create a file in the drawing or the painting, you can export it and load it up in the logo creator. This is a vector-based program that utilizes HTML5. So you can just go ahead and open up logo creator. So just hit the Start Now button. Now when you load up, there's loads of free clip art that you can just use it right away, and you can go in and edit it, change things about it, and use it for yourself. But what we want to do is start from blank. So once that loads up, we have our tools at the top here. We'll go through them shortly. And over on the side again, you have, or not again, you have some shapes. And from the drop-down menu, you can get many other things. Some objects here. We got some dice. So you got a huge list that you can choose through. You can go through those if you feel the need. But we're going to go back to shapes for our project. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to recreate this little guy. So the first thing you want to do is go to your shapes and click our rect, which is a rounded rectangle. So you move that here. Now we have some rounded edges here on this rectangle. What you can do for what we need is you can actually make these rounded edges larger, and you go up here and you click in your radius, and we're going to change it to 50 and hit enter. Now we'll have a circle. But what you can do is you can actually just drag this out and you make it into a rectangle. Now it's going to be our starting point for our cloud. Next thing you want to do is go in and hit an ellipse. So now on the bottom here, you probably notice that we have a circle, and as you click these, you select one or the other. But if you can actually select both by just holding Control and clicking the second one. Now these aren't layers, but they act as layers. In programs like GIMP, you actually have layers where you can manipulate things on one layer and it won't affect anything on the lower layers. It's similar to drawing. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this circle here, and we're actually going to make it bigger. Now we want to preserve the aspect ratio, and to do that you can just hold your shift key and then click on the corner and move. So our circle's a little bit bigger. Now we want another circle, so we want 3 more. So we're just going to copy this one, and then we're going to paste 3 times. Now they all lay on top of each other, but you can just move those out until we're ready to use them. So now we're going to go ahead and put this one here and make that one just slightly larger than the one on the left. So we actually want to create a cloud that is asymmetrical. So I'll just move this one to the bottom here. We're going to make this one a bit smaller. And we can move this one to the other part of the bottom. Now we have all this mess of things. Now we're going to explore a different tool. So what you want to do is you want to select all these circles and the rectangle by just clicking and dragging across all of them. Now we can go up and we can hit subtract, and what it'll do is it takes all the top layers that we just had, all these top layers, and subtracts it from our rectangle, which was the very first layer that we made. So I hit subtract again, but we don't want to do that. We want to undo that, so just push Control, hold that, and push C. We have some other tools like intersect, where we'd be left for nothing, so exclude, but we don't want to do that either. We're gonna actually hit union. Now this cloud looks a bit crazy right now, so what we can do is we can hit Control Z and click on our rectangle. Actually make that a bit wider. Hopefully it'll make this a bit better looking. You can play around with yours and just try to find the best fit for your preference. And then once you're ready, you can go ahead and put them all together with union. So that's an okay cloud. So next thing you want to do is you want to go up here and make sure fill is selected. Then go over here and click the white box. Now we can actually hit linear gradient, and we have two little things here that we can play with to adjust how the gradient looks, to make it more three-dimensional looking. So what we're going to do, we're going to move this one up this way a bit, and double click this black droplet, make this, we'll make this one light gray, actually a bit lighter than that. Now you can actually drag this down to make the cloud darker, drag it up. We're just going to drag this up a bit more. Now when you have a pattern that you're satisfied with, you can go ahead and hit OK and lock that in. So now we have our cloud. This is what we're going to be working with, but just to show you another little tool that we have, this black outline that you see around the cloud is actually called a stroke. You can actually go up here and see how it's selected. You can actually deselect that. And if you want it, you can actually change the size of this to make it thicker, which we're actually going to bump that up to 3, just to give it more of a cartoon type look. And you can change the color, do whatever you want to do with that. But we're just going to leave it as black for now. You can actually change this to like a dashed line, but we want a solid one.